we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Cardi B says she is making an announcement today. And the announcement, a lot of fans are speculating, could be like the album cover, title, date. And it looked like she had a bunch of crows in her video that she posted yesterday. And a lot of what she was saying in that video seemed like threats. No shade. Cardi says she's coming for people's necks in that video. She was basically saying, bitch, I am not the villain. I am your karma. Okay? That's what she said in the video. And with that being said, remember a few days ago, she had posted, I believe it was on her Instagram channel, 5 crows. And a lot of people were speculating that she would be coming for female rappers. I feel like she definitely coming for the female rappers who have been sending shots at her. Okay? Not just Nicki. It's gonna be JT, Bia, Ice Spice, Akbar V. Everybody is gonna catch it. And now that she has a new ghostwriter, or technically writer, Cameron, who is I wouldn't say icon, but definitely somebody people respect in hip hop, maybe the bars will actually hit this time because they haven't hit in the past. Now, with that being said, she also went to the Cowboy Carter World Tour. Okay. Now, a lot of fans were confused. Like, she's in Paris at the Cowboy Carter Tour. Not saying that she's not a Beyoncé fan, but it was very interesting, the timing, according to a lot of fans, okay? Now, here's the thing. Cardi B allegedly has spoken to Camel Toe behind the scenes, okay? They're going to be doing some business together. So, that's why she had to pop out at the tour with Miss Tina Knowles, okay, because they're going to be doing some business together. Now, here's the thing. I feel as though Cardi B's used to being a puppet, so I'm not shocked that she would align herself with the Carters because, Titanic has been using her as a puppet for years now, especially to go against Nicki Minaj. So it really ain't shocking. And then on top of that, Cardi B is planning a world tour, okay? So she's trying to get inspiration from the Queen because she's planning her own tour for her next era. And Titanic Records wants Cardi B to gross over $100 million because at the end of the day, she ain't been really touring or really working in 7 years. So she got to recoup. She got to recoup the funds. So they sending her ass on tour and she needs to gross over $100 million so Titanic Records can recoup for all the money they did not make in the 8 years that Cardi B basically was on hiatus, okay? Or, ranting on social media because she ain't got nothing better to do. Okay, so she got to recoup them funds. Let me know in the comments if you will be going to the Cardi B World Tour and how much do you think her album will sell first week. A lot of people are saying that Cardi B could sell over 200,000 first week, okay? So let me know how y'all feel about it. I don't know about 200,000, maybe 150. Now, moving on to Doja Cat. Doja Cat is continuing to tease that she will be releasing music. And on top of that, she is also gearing up to drop her album. Now, somebody from Doja Cat's team said, oh, okay, it's time. Letting the fans know that Doja Cat is coming. I think Doja Cat actually might give the song of the summer. I feel like the song of the summer just can't be somebody putting out a new song and it kind of creating buzz. I feel like the song got to be everywhere. Everybody's listening to it. And, it's genuine love, okay? You might be getting a little bit paler, but people are genuinely feeling the record. I feel like it was like that last year with Espresso. And Not Like Us, right? So I feel like Doja Cat, even though I don't really like her as a person, okay, I just think she has a shitty attitude, victim mentality, and very sneaky, I do think that she will give us the song of the summer with Jealous Type. Now, moving back on to Cardi B, it looks like Cardi B Outside record will be in the top 15 on the Hot 100, okay? It is predicted to debut at number 14 on the Hot 100. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Originally, it was predicted to go into the top 25 on the Hot 100, but with that payola, when the payola gets added, it moves up the charts. Now, with that being said, fans want Cardi B to get another number one. They're saying top 15 is not good enough. The top 10 ain't good enough. Outside needs to go number one, and Barty Gang is trying to push the record to number one. They need 102 points. So let me know if you think Cardi B can go top 5 or number one on the Hot 100 with the song Outside. Let me know in the comments, okay? Now, in my opinion, I think she can go top 10. Top 5, number one, I don't know about that, but I definitely feel like she can go top 10. Now, moving on to Tina Knowles and Halle Bailey. So, Tina Knowles posted this sweet message to Halle Bailey. As we know, Halle Bailey is going through a custody battle with her no good baby daddy, Doodoo Garbage, or domestic violence Daryl, whatever you want to call him. And with that being said, Tina said, me and the beautiful Halle Bailey last night in Paris. Been down, been broke down, bounced back. She survived it all. She's been through, confident, damn near lethal. Life might throw you curves, but you can bounce back with vengeance, okay? So that's what Tina Knowles has posted in light of, what's been happening with Halle Bailey. But I feel like no shade to Tina and Queen B, y'all fake. And the reason why I think it's fake is because y'all let Halle and Beyonce ruin their careers, okay? Now, obviously, Halle self-sabotaged by getting with Doodoo Garbage. That was her own fault. But with that being said, y'all don't push Beyonce and Halle Bailey over there at Cret Entertainment. Everything they put out flop. They never get no payola like the other artists do. Queen B basically took their budget and used it for the Cowboy Carter World Tour, or to buy Blue Ivy some clothes. Okay, Blue Ivy get more press than Halle and Beyonce, and she's not even an artist yet. She's an artist in the making, but she's not a full artist yet because she don't release music. But she gets more opportunities. She was in The Lion King. She's already won a Grammy. She performed at the Oscars. She performed at the Super Bowl halftime show back in December. She get way more opportunities than them, and you want to write a sweet post to Halle just so that way the general public don't drag y'all for not helping Halle. I don't like that. I feel like that's low-key fake. If you really want to help Halle, help her career, okay? Stop letting her flop every time she put out a song. How comes her songs don't debut on Spotify? How come that don't happen? I bet you if Blue Ivy put out a song, it would debut on Spotify. I bet you that. Okay, probably get 1 million+ views in one day. Okay, where's the payola package for Halle and Beyonce? Okay, I just don't feel like it's fair. Now, speaking of Queen B and Camel Toe performed together in Paris, okay? He performed N-Words in Paris, and then also they performed Drunk in Love together. And with that being said, a lot of fans are wondering, why is Camel Face, now performing after so many years of being on a hiatus? Is Camel Face trying to perform at the halftime Super Bowl show in 2026? Let me know if you guys feel like he can pull it off. The Carter halftime Super Bowl show featuring Beyoncé. Like how Kung Fu Kenny brung out SZA, Camel Face bring out Queen B. Oh my goodness. I would love that. I would love that, but I feel like, well, I don't know. Like, I would love it, but I feel like that's not fair because Beyonce performed last year, technically, for the Christmas halftime show. I feel like, it would kind of seem a little bit redundant. And then she's on tour. So I just feel like it wouldn't make sense for Camel Face to perform at the halftime show. I don't think he could do it by himself. He's not as young as Kung Fu Kenny. He don't have any hot songs out. Let's just be honest. He ain't got no hot songs out. The hottest thing he got is his wife. Okay, so he's leeching off of her clout and, trying to use it to gain momentum for his Super Bowl halftime show. I feel like that's corny. He got to have his own hot song out. Okay, but he's 60. I don't really care what Camel Face has to say at age 60. And I'm not age shaming, but we just don't care. Unless he's going to talk about what happened between him and Diddy at them sex parties, then he can keep his bap shut. And there's no shade. I like Queen B, but Camel Face I really don't care for. Unless he going to tell us the truth about what happened between him and Diddy, okay, then he can keep his bap shut, okay? And that's no shade towards Camel Toe because he's an icon in his own right. But at 60, I just don't care what you have to say unless you're going to tell and spill some tea. Sorry. And that's just how I feel about it. Now, moving on from that, Megan Thee Stallion is trying to get the EGOT. Now, if you don't know what the EGOT is, it is when an artist or celebrity has a Grammy, Tony, Oscar, and Emmy. Okay, now, Megan already has 3 Grammys, but she is submitting her documentary, in her words, that she put out last year for consideration for the Emmys. Now, the Emmy nominations come out July 15th. Okay, so we basically, a few weeks away where we will find out if Megan Thee Stallion gets a nomination. And then eventually in the next few months, we will find out if she actually went. Now, let me know if you think Megan Thee Stallion's documentary deserves an Emmy nomination. Now, I didn't fully watch the documentary, so I cannot say if she deserves one or not. But because she talked about the Tory Lanez situation in her documentary, I'm pretty sure she might be eligible to win, okay? Because a lot of people were intrigued by her point of view of that situation. So I can see her possibly getting nominated. I don't know if the documentary was great for her to win anything though, okay? But if she do win, she would only need a Tony and Oscar to get the EGOT, okay? Now, Jennifer Hudson, I think John Legend, there's a lot of people that have the EGOT, Whoopi Goldberg. It is very prestigious to win, or a better term would be to receive the EGOT because you got to win multiple awards. And there's a lot of Black artists that do have it. So we will see what the future holds for Megan Thee Stallion and the Emmys. Now, fans are calling Queen Bee a fashion icon because No Spice showed up at the Kids' Choice Awards looking a hot stinking mess. And she copied Queen Bee's outfit that Queen Bee had previously worn at a red carpet event, okay? Queen Bee looks 10 times better. Ice Spice looks a hot mess, okay? It's just not giving. Is not giving. The hair's not giving. I think Ice Spice needs a whole revamp. She always look like she get her outfits from Shein, even when it's like name brand and a big fashion company that she's wearing. She always makes it look cheap. Okay, she just looks a mess. Look how Queen Bee looks in the dress, and then look how sloppy Ice Spice looks in the dress. Like, just looks a mess. Go sit down somewhere. Ice Spice got to receive 50,000 lashes for this. This looks a mess. I'm sorry. But Tyla also copied Queen Bee. She looked much better. No shade. But she also copied Queen Bee previously wearing a similar dress Queen Bee had worn years ago. So a lot of fans are saying that the girls are going to Queen Bee for inspiration and that she's a fashion icon. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, moving on to Champagne Thickums and Morgan the Racist. At first, I wasn't really going to talk about this, okay, at all. But a lot of people were DMing me and saying, what do I think of Champagne Thickums coming out to Morgan the Racist show in Houston? Okay, he walked out with Morgan the Racist. A lot of fans are upset about this because Morgan the Racist was calling black people the N-word. Okay. And I'm not really shocked by that because a lot of those country singers and stars are racist. That's why they treated Beyonce, not all of them, but most of them treated Beyonce very badly when she put out her country album. But this has nothing to do with Queen Bee. The reason why I didn't really talk about it yesterday was because I wasn't shocked. Champagne Thickums kind of reminds me of Doja Cat in a sense of they only acknowledge their blackness when it's beneficial for them, okay? But they really, truly align and truly want to be white. They don't want to be mixed. They don't want to acknowledge their blackness unless it's beneficial for them. And because Champagne Thickums feels like the black community turned on him because Not Like Us blew up and won Grammys, and Kung Fu Kenny just got, I think it was Album of the Year at the EGOT Awards, okay, which promotes black music. He has to align himself with racist white people because he feels like the black community betrayed him. Okay, he kind of reminds me of Doja Cat, where Doja Cat will sit in them racist white chat rooms licking white man's feet. Okay, but when she wants to put out a rap record or wants to win in the rap category at the Grammys, then she wants to be black. Okay, they move the same way. And that's why I don't stream or listen to Doja Cat no more. And Champagne Thickums, I've been done with his music. I mean, no shade. But to me, I wasn't really shocked by what he did, okay? Because I don't really consider Champagne Thickums black, in my opinion. I feel like he only wants to be black when it's convenient, okay? And if he couldn't say the N-word in his music, he wouldn't want to be black at all, okay? If he wasn't in hip-hop, he wouldn't want to be black at all. So to me, I wasn't really shocked. And most of the time, Champagne Thickums is always dissing black women in his music. I peeped that too. You never hear him diss white women that he sleep with. It was Rihanna, it was Serena Williams, it was Megan Thee Stallion. He always dissed black women, but the white women that he sleep with, he never dissed them. I noticed that too. Anyway, I got some very hot tea on Blake Lively and Tyler Perry on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And I hope you have a great day.